Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesdays with Paula. I'm Paula K Bronte, your Master Rapid Eye Technician. And today we're going to talk about stress. Do you know anybody that doesn't experience stress? Probably not. I don't think there are very many people on the planet these days that are not subject to the physical, unpleasant experience of stress. And the important thing to know about stress, there's lots of important things, but the important thing for today's topic, today's discussion around stress, is that it can hijack you without you even knowing it. We can begin to feel lower levels of stress that start to permeate all the different areas of our life. And without even recognizing it, because we're so busy, we're so focused on dealing with the stressful conditions that we don't recognize that it's actually compounding. And we can quickly move into a state of being in chronic stress. Chronic stress leads to disease, divorce, and disillusionment. Because what's happening in our physical body is that we are losing balance in a way that throws all of the systems, the homeostasis of our body, way off whack. Now, we all lose balance sometimes, right? It's just a part of the human experience, especially now with as busy and active as a world that we've created is. However, the key is to notice the balance, lack of balance, before it gets to a place where it's chronic and causing serious problems. So I'm going to invite you to take a moment and commit to heightening your awareness of your stress level. What causes stress? How do you react in a stressful way? And what takes you to the place of feeling out of control? That's when stress that can be healthy has become distress. So make a list. Last time we talked, we made a list of things that frustrate you. They may be similar or the same. Make a list of those things that really create stress for you. Stress is a state of mind. It's not a thing. Nothing can be stressful in and of itself. It's all a reflection of our vibration, of how we're responding to it, of how we think about it. And really, bottom line is, stress is the word we use to avoid saying fear. If we didn't have fear around something, whatever it may be, then it would not be stressful. Right? So I mentioned last week that one of the things that causes frustration for me is time, feeling rushed. Obviously, if I was not afraid of not getting it all done or of missing an appointment, of what it means, the consequence of not being on time, then I would not be stressed about being late or about getting it all done. So in becoming more familiar and aware of the stressors in your life, what you're really doing is coming to see what causes fear for you, what takes you into a fearful state. We live in love or fear. And the more we are in stress, the more we move into that expression of fear that we call stress, the further we get from love. The further we get from love, the more we begin to lose the quality of our life. So we have a left side and a right side. And not only in our bodies, but also in our energy fields. The left side is the feminine, the emotional side. The right side is the masculine and the action-doing side. And here we have center. And when we function in center, things are balanced and we're clipping along and everything is good. Most of us these days don't maintain that state of balance for very long. We're either toddling on the right or on the left. And the right side is the overdoing. The right side is usually what happens when we get stressed. The more stressed we are, the more we feel we have to do. The more we do, the more stressed we get. The more we do, the more the right side becomes way overstimulated, out of balance. The masculine side of us begins to take over And we stop being in touch with and enjoying our feeling side. And what that does is weaken the left side. So we can end up with a very weakened left side, not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And when we start weakening the left side, the feminine side, the part of us that has not only the capacity to feel and to experience emotion, but to also receive. The feminine, the left side, receives. And so when we become too right-sided, when we become so stressed and so fearful and so doing, human doings rather than human beings, then this left side starts to shut down its capacity to receive. And when we're not receiving, we're not flowing. And if we're not flowing, then we're actually attracting and creating circumstances and experiences that are just more and more stressful. And then at some point, something shows up as a breakdown. It's either a physical breakdown, we lose a job, we lose a partner. There's a breakdown. And sometimes we need a breakdown to have a breakthrough. What I would love to see you do, and what I wish for you, is that your awareness prevents the breakdown. That you get to have the breakthrough before you break down. That you get to stop and say, okay, you know what? I can tell I'm not doing so good. I'm not me. Things are not flowing. Why is everything not working out? It's because you've lost that balance and you've probably become a being doing. Do whatever it takes to take the time. If it means losing a little money because you can't work, then it's okay. Give yourself permission. Because know that in the long run, maybe the short run, you'll lose more money by being in that state of chronic stress. So whatever price you have to pay for regaining your balance, I would love to see you do it before you have to have a breakdown. Choose breakthrough first. And breakthrough to recognizing that you've lost the balance and there are ways to gain it back. And if we're at that point where we're about to break down, we probably can't do it all on our own, by ourselves. Find someone. Find a great massage therapist. Find an amazing energy worker, craniosacral. When we go through chronic stress, our frame, our energetic frame suffers. Find someone that does superb craniosacral work. Come and get some rapid eye. It's one of the quickest ways to get that center back. Do something. Go have fun. When was the last time you really had fun? If you're in that state of high stress and doing, you're not playing enough. Do something to start bringing yourself back into center. Meditate. Receive. That's why I mentioned massage first, because you're really receiving. Do whatever it takes to recognize that you're not a human being right now. You're human doing. And you're doing too much. And do what it takes to reverse that and take control of the hijacking that's taken place. Because no matter how much we're doing, if we end up breaking down, then all of it's been for nothing. The good news is, though, it doesn't take long to regain your center. It does not take very long to rebalance, because the body wants to do that. The beingness wants to do that. It's made to do that. We're made to be in homeostasis. So just recognizing and honoring that we need to be both male and female, receive and take, receive and put out, receive and do. The more we recognize that that's who we are, and we take the appropriate measures to make that happen, the quicker and easier it will happen. So we're not talking about, okay, I've been in stress and I'm breaking down for 6 months, so it's going to take 6 months to fix it. No, it's not. Your body's going to welcome the change. And that state of homeostasis will show up pretty quick for you. But it does take commitment, and it takes permission. So I'm here to give you permission to stop doing for a while and come into a state of being. And honor the female self of you. Honor your left side and allow yourself to be able to receive and come back into peace. Because really, it's what we're here for, is to enjoy our lives. So know that you have the power to regain balance, and you were made to be joyful, peaceful, and radiant beings of light. And this stress is just the external lies and illusions that are being fed to us. Don't buy it. Come into your peaceful state of love and joy. I am here to help you do that anytime. Bless you. Have a wonderful week. Find ways to come into balance. Love you. I will see you next week on Tuesdays with Paula. Bye-bye.